Our next step is pretty easy if you're doing the small or if you're doing the large without the phone compartment. I have my D piece here. Here it is at the large. And on the bottom, I put my vertical card slots. So for the large, it'd be like this. Just matched up with the raw edges. And at the top, I put my horizontal card slots. And for this, I measured 1 inch down from the top on both sides to make sure it's accurate. And now I'm going to sew from here, across, and up. Same down here. Down, across, and up on the edges. When you do it like this, the zipper should be right in the middle between these two things. So I am going to stitch within the seam allowance on this side. On the bottom, I'm going to edge stitch it on. And down here, I'm just going to do a basting stitch for this. And it's within the seam allowance, so it won't show later. So for the small or for the large without the phone compartment, you're now done and can move to the next video. But I'm going to show how to do it with the phone compartment. So I need this piece that has the gusset, the long borders on the side, and my vertical card slots. And I need to change my thread. All right, first I'm going to take this gusset piece and I'm going to measure 3.75 or 9.5 centimeters from this top edge. And I'm going to match up this edge with that. And then I am going to make sure that it is centered left to right. And basically the, try to get this, the gusset should match up with the edges of the zipper. I don't know if you can see that. It's not in focus, but here they are with the edges of the zipper. But you can also get your ruler on either side to make sure that it is the same. And I'm just going to double check that I didn't shift this, and I did shift it. So let me. And I need my pins again to keep this in place. Okay. So I'm going to stitch this right here. And if you might notice, you're kind of stitching through the top of the facing on the back, so it is a little thick right here. Okay, now I'm going to fold this up. And over on the left and the right side, I'm going to stitch it to the side. You'll notice it's wider than this. So when it's stitched, it'll stick out a little bit, but that's what's going to fold or form the phone compartment. So when I'm figuring out where to stitch this, it is 1 inch from the top. My seam gauge is not perfectly accurate from 0 to 1, so I'm doing it from 1 to 2. I'm really struggling to do this right now with the camera in front of my face. It's messing with my depth perception. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. 1 inch from the top. And I'm going to baste this in place. Stay within the seam allowance. All right, so this compartment is done. It might sit kind of funny now, but when everything is finished, and then you'll find that it sits pretty straight. And you can put your cards in and out and your phone. So the way that I have this go is that I didn't want this rough part scratching things. So when it's not in use, it can be like that, or you fold it back over your phone like that. I wish I had an extra phone to stick in there so you can see what it looks like, but I'm currently using my phone to record. So it goes in there. And we are now done with the lining. We're not done with the lining. I forgot this part. So, oops. Now I'm going to connect this to the 3 edges and then baste around it, the 3 raw edges. And this is very straightforward. Just like for the small, we're just basting everything, matching up corners and sides. You will have a more successful wallet if you can be very precise with how you set up your side seams and corners. All right, I'm doing a basting stitch. Now, if your foot is doing what mine is doing and sliding off this because of the thickness here, if you're able to change the position of your foot, that makes it easier. Otherwise, you can baste it from the back. That might make it a little simpler. Or you can just go slow. Okay. Now you are done with your lining.